Can I win a game with a $5 badminton racket? I hope so. So I've always been under the belief that it's not the equipment, it's the player. And I really do embody that because rackets are pretty expensive now. Like the good ones are over $200. And to spend that much money on a racket that could potentially break if you frame it, that is a risk that I'm not willing to take. Now, I think I am a pretty decent player, but on the flip side, there has to be some integrity in the equipment that you do buy because things are not always up to standard. Like, you're not going to buy one of those badminton sets that you set up outside and use that racket when you go to a professional badminton gym. Or can you? Well, that's what I'm going to test out today because I found these rackets and they are cheap as hell. So I'm gonna see if my skill can pull through and I can actually win points or even games with this racket, or if the racket is gonna be so bad that I can't do anything with it. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. Such a big box for something that is not as big as I thought it was gonna be. So I got this off of Amazon. It was $10 for a set of 2 rackets. Plus, I believe it comes with plastic birds, which obviously we are going to
throw away or not even use.
JK, I will try to donate them somewhere because I don't want it to be a complete waste, but I know I ain't using that anytime soon or in the rest of my life. But let's actually see what we're working with here. That's kind of crazy. It actually comes with a case. So this $10 brand is called Smacks Korea because you gotta smacks that shuttlecock. Or maybe it's S-Max. That would actually make more sense, but I'm calling it Smacks because that's smacks. They even have the branded shuttlecocks here too. Let's take a look at these rackets though. Okay. Instructions or directions and stuff actually in Korean, so that's not too bad. Also comes with a grip as well. Under $5, I would say. We're actually moving and grooving with this. S-Max Korea, you're kind of doing your shit. Okay, the first thing I was very worried about was the tension of the racket. I actually thought it was gonna be like very loose, like so bad that it would be like, 17 or 18 pounds. Average is usually 24 pounds. I string at 30 pounds, which a lot of people find extremely crazy, but I'm just different like that. I'm built different, and 30 feels more comfortable for me. What I also do notice is there is no branding on the shaft at all, which is crazy. It does have the overgrip separate, so that is something I am gonna be putting on before we actually use this in the wild. The thing I am very worried about are the strings. I'm afraid I'm gonna pop the strings before I can even really use this racket. I do think that when I play, I'm not gonna be smashing a lot. I'm gonna be doing a lot more control shots. And yet, we'll see how much control I can actually have with this racket as well. So I am going to grip this, and then I'm actually playing later today. So this will be the test. Alright, so here's the part you all wanted to see. Can I get a win with this racket? Well, I started off pretty strong, obviously wanting to stay more in the front court, do the intercepts, do more front court play, because I was scared of the strings and how loose that they were.
Oh my God!
Once we started actually losing points, this is definitely when I recognized the integrity of the racket itself. It was just really difficult to do anything besides drop. There wasn't that much control, and the clears were not working at all. I'm definitely doing work in the front.
What the hell is even that?
But being at the front of the court also puts my partner at a disadvantage because it's putting more pressure on him. And when I'm in the back, I really can't do that much. And at certain points, I'm like, am I even playing the game? To be fair, I feel like the accuracy of the racket is not that bad, especially with my drops. To have good precision and good placement wasn't too difficult for me, and I'm not sure if that's just a skill thing or if the racket is actually somewhat decent. But my handicap became very apparent as we kept losing points because there was really no way for me to actually finish a rally. The rally would just continue and go on, and they were attacking, but it was something that I really wasn't able to do very much. So the rallies that we did win was basically because of good defense and decent placement while just trying to keep the rally going as long as possible.
Super Idol 的笑容都没你的甜，8月正午的阳光都没你耀眼，热爱105度。
Although control was definitely inconsistent, especially because the strings kept shifting because the tension was so low. Although now that I'm watching this video back, it doesn't look like I'm using a $5 racket. My play style and how I swing the racket and even a lot of the shot choices, very similar shots that I would make even with a good racket. I mean, no one even questioned about me having a different racket. The only thing that they would notice is the sound because it definitely sounds different at a lower tension. I think this is definitely one of the highlight rallies because you can still be very decent in the front of the court with a bad racket as long as you have the awareness. And then there's nothing you can do when this happens. And this rally definitely deserves a shot counter, not because it's a good rally, but because there is no way for me to actually finish a rally with this racket. So I don't want to spoil anything, but this isn't one of those games where you have a miraculous comeback and everyone shouts and cheers at the end. However, with it being the first game of the night, and with me actually not using this racket to warm up, I used a different racket, this was a pretty decent performance and a good warm up. Obviously, we're not leaving it at this one because I did not win with the racket yet, and I'm competitive, so we gotta jump into another game. Alright, now here's game 2, and I'm playing mixed this time, so we're kind of switching it up. Maybe that might make a difference. We're starting off a little bit slow. Obviously, we do not have the lead in the beginning, but I am born to be an underdog, so I'm definitely okay with that. And we end up getting neck to neck real quickly. I definitely think I'm getting more used to the racket the longer that I play, and kind of figuring out the shot choices that I can actually use in game. For example, I am definitely having more attacking opportunities in this game, and have been using the smash a little more, albeit it's not a full smash. I can still get by with a half smash and do some damage, as you can see here. Though I'm definitely making more mistakes than usual because sometimes the strings are just not working in my favor. While we aren't playing a high school mix style where the girl stays in the front the whole time and we are using more rotational play, the thing that I can trust is that when I do play the back, even if I'm doing softer shots like drops, my partner who is in the front can intercept and be more attacking in the front and try to find those opportunities, which I think helps with a racket like this because I have less opportunity. So as long as I'm able to keep the rally going and giving my partner opportunities to find attacking situations, everything is good. I'm gonna let the badminton speak for itself, and you can see the score on the side as well, so let's see if I can get this win. So yes, I was able to get my win with the $5 racket. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure to like this video if you did like it. Hoping to get more traction on this channel, so if we do make it to 1,000 subscribers, I'll enter a badminton tournament and film my whole experience. How does that sound? But until next time, see you later.